출애굽기 16장, Exodus chapter 16. The whole Israel community set out from Elim and came to the desert of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after they had come out of Egypt. In the desert, the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The Israelites said to them, "If only we have died by the Lord's hand in Egypt, we sat around the pots of the meal and ate all the food we wanted. But you brought us here out of the desert, into desert, to starve the entire assembly to death." Then the Lord said to Moses, "I will rain down the bread from the heaven for you. The peoples are to go out to eat of day and gathers enough that they, in this way I will test them and see whether they will follow my instructions." On the sixth day, they had to prepare about what they bring in, and that is to be twice as much as they gathered on the other day. So the Moses and Aaron said to all the Israelites in the evening, "You will know that it was the Lord who brought you out of Egypt. And in the mornings you will see the glory of the Lord, because he has heard you grumbled against him, and who are we that we should grumble against us?" Moses also said, "You will know that it was the Lord when he gives you a meat to eat in the evening, and all the bread you want the Lord." Then Moses told Aaron, "So say to the entire Israelite community, 'Come before the Lord, for he has heard your grumble.'" While Aaron was speaking to the whole Israelite community, they looked toward the desert, and there was the glory of the Lord appearing in the crowd. The Lord said to Moses, "I have heard the grumbling of the Israelites. Tell them, so at twilight you will eat meat, in the morning so you will be filled with the bread, and then you will know that I am the Lord your God." That evening quails came and covered the camp, and in the mornings there was layers of dew around the camp. When the dew was gone, that thin flake like a forest of the ground appeared on the desert floor. When the Israelites saw it, they said to each other, "What is it?" For they did not know what it was. Moses said to them, "It is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat. This is what the Lord has commanded. Each one is to gather as much as he needs. Take on a more for each person you have in your tent." The Israelites did as they were told. Some gathered much, some little. When they had measured it by the omer, he who gathered much did not have too much, and he who gathers little did not have too little. Each one gathered as much as he needed. Then Moses said to them, "No one is to keep any of it until morning." However, some of them paid no attention to Moses. They kept part of it until mornings, but it was full of the maggot and began to smell. So Moses was angry with them. Each morning everyone gathered as much as he needed, and when the sun grew hot, it melted away. On the 6 days they gathered twice as much, 2 omers for each persons, the leaders of the community, came and reported to Moses. He said to them that this is what the Moses commanded. Tomorrow is to be a day of rest, the holy Sabbath to the Lord. So bake what you want to bake and boil what you want to boil. So save whatever is left and keep it until morning. So they saved it until the morning. Moses commanded, and it did not stink or get maggots on it. Eat it today, Moses said, because today is the Sabbath to the Lord, and you will not find any of it on the ground today. Six days you are to gather it, but on the seventh day, the Sabbath, there will not be any. Nonetheless, some of the people went out on the seventh day to gather it, but they found none. Then the Lord said to Moses, how long will you refuse to keep my command and my instructions? Bear in mind that the Lord has given you the Sabbath, that is why on the 6 days he gives you bread for 2 days. Everyone is to stay where he is on the 7th day, so no one is to go out. So the people rested on the 7th day. The people of Israel called the bread manna, that is while it coriander seed, and tasted all the wafers made with honey. Moses said, this is what the Lord has commanded, take on omers of manna and keep it for the generations to come, so they can see there. The bread I gave you to eat in the desert when I brought you out of Egypt. So Moses said to the Aaron, and take jars and put on omers of manna in it, the place it before the Lord to be kept for the generation to come. As the Lord commanded Moses, Aaron and put the manna in front of the testimony that it might be kept. The Israelites ate the manna 40 years until they came to the land that was settled. They ate manna until they reached the borders of the Canaan. On omer is 1/10 of the path.